All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're taking a deep look at the science behind EXOGLOW Plus. And we're not just talking about making skin look better on the surface. We're getting into how this treatment is designed to reboot the way your skin regenerates itself, right from a cellular level.
So here we have it. The whole idea behind this is to tackle a problem that's happening under the radar, a kind of silent condition where your skin's natural ability to repair itself and bounce back from daily stress just starts to slow down. Think of it as a gradual cellular power down.
So, to really get why the solution is so effective, you've got to understand the problem it was designed to fix. And that problem has a name: dermal collapse. It's basically what happens when the skin's deep internal support structure begins to weaken and, well, collapse.
And this map here, it lays out that breakdown perfectly. It's a four-stage domino effect. It starts way down deep, with the skin losing its knack for self-repair. That leads to a shortage of the actual raw materials it needs to do the job. From there, the signals for elasticity get weaker, and the final result? That's what we actually see in the mirror: dullness, unevenness, that visible fatigue.
Okay, so how do you fix a system that's essentially winding down? You can't just slap a Band-Aid on the surface and hope for the best. No, you need to send a really powerful, really clear signal, a cellular restart signal, to wake up those tired cells and tell them, hey, it's time to get back to work.
So how does this restart actually work? You know what? Let's use an analogy to make it super clear. Imagine your skin is like a construction site that's fallen on hard times. The workers are exhausted, the supply of building materials is running low, and the original blueprints are getting all faded and hard to read. Now, to fix a complex site like this, you can't just send in a general handyman. It won't cut it. You need a highly specialized repair crew, a real A-team, where every single member has a very specific, very critical job to do. And the most important person on that crew? It's the foreman, the one holding the master plan. In EXOGLOW Plus, that role is played by sodium DNA at a very precise concentration of 0.3%. It's literally the master blueprint, providing the fundamental genetic instructions to rebuild the entire structure correctly, piece by piece.
Of course, the foreman can't do it alone. You've got the rest of the crew. The hydrolyzed RNA and DNA, that's like the alphabet used to spell out the blueprint's instructions. Then you've got these incredible plant stem cells from Rosa and Centaurea. Think of them as the project managers on site, boosting the signals that are crucial for enhancing radiance and protection. And finally, you have Panthenol and Hyaluronic Acid. They're the hydration matrix. They're the concrete mixers, providing that wet, stable, foundational support that the whole rebuild depends on.
So when you bring this whole specialized crew together, with every ingredient doing its specific job, you get what the science calls multi-pathway regeneration. It's a game changer because instead of trying to fix the problem from just one angle, this approach opens up multiple repair routes all at the same time. You're tackling that collapse from everywhere.
And this is the actual project plan, a really clear three-phase protocol. First up, Phase 1, repair activation. This is where the crew lays a solid foundation with all those crucial building blocks and hydration. Then comes Phase 2, the dermal rebuild, where the specialized teams get to work on improving elasticity and boosting radiance. And what does that all lead to? Phase 3, rejuvenation optimization. That's the finished project: smoother, brighter, and visibly firmer skin.
And here's where it all just clicks into place. This table shows exactly how the solution targets the problem, step by step. Phase 1, repair activation, goes directly after those first two internal stages of collapse, the decline and the deficiency. Phase 2, the dermal rebuild, zeroes in on stage 3, that weak elasticity. And Phase 3, it tackles the final visible stage, surface fatigue. It's a direct, targeted response for each stage of the problem. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds pretty impressive, but how is it really different from other treatments that are already available? That's a great question. Let's stack it up against the more standard stuff to see why this is being called a next-generation approach. This slide just lays it out so clearly. Your standard meso cocktails, they mostly rely on hyaluronic acid and some vitamins. Now that's fine for basic hydration and nutrition. It's kind of like just watering the construction site. But EXOGLOW Plus, it brings in that entire specialized crew we just talked about. We're not just watering the site anymore. We are providing the blueprints, the project managers, and all the raw materials for a deep, comprehensive, multi-pathway revitalization. And the result of all that? It's a formula that delivers on 4 key fronts, as you can see here. It doesn't just offer temporary hydration. No, it actively supports fibroblast regeneration.
That's the creation of new cells. It improves elasticity, it enhances radiance, and it provides that deep foundational hydration that everything else is built on.
Which really brings us full circle, back to this core idea. At the end of the day, this isn't about just temporarily treating the symptoms of tired skin. The real goal here is to fundamentally change and rejuvenate the way skin regenerates itself, from the inside out.
And that leaves us with a really interesting thought to chew on. What new possibilities open up when we shift our whole approach, away from just treating the fatigue we can see, and towards proactively addressing cellular decline before it even gets a chance to surface? That right there, that's where this science is headed.